I'm just gonna do the hysterectomy because like I just can't live like this. They put me
Yeah.
on pain medication, and it was oxy, which is very strong. Um,
Yes.
but that was the only thing that would take my pain away.
Wow.
So
How's it going? How are you, Aracely?
good. Just getting off of work, tired but good.
I am so glad that you are here. I think your story needs to be shared. So, anyone who's new here, hello, my name is Nancy. I am the owner and founder of the Chi-est Beauty, where we help women restore balance naturally. It's all about the womb, but with the womb, everything else needs to be considered too. So, this is the space where we talk and share stories of women, of what they did, how were they able to take care of the problem that they had, so that other women can tap in and see if it works for them. So, this is what it's all about. And so, Araceli, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for making the time. And I'm not going to take too much of your time because I know you're super busy. You do have a baby at home.
I do.
How old is your baby right now?
She's 20 months and I'm currently pregnant with another one. I'm 30 weeks.
No way.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's incredible. Please, how did you find me? What's your story? Share with us what your situation was.
So I'm gonna try to make it as short as I can.
Yes.
Um, I got married very young. I got married when I was 18, and as soon as I got married, I knew I wanted to have kids. Um, so a year before I got married, I had gotten on the depot shot, and I don't know if that's what changed my everything for me because I used to have normal periods, and then after the depot shot, which I only got one time, I never used to have pain when I would get my period, nothing, and then after that I did. So I feel like the depot shot. I never recommend the depot shot to anybody. Um, and then afterwards, then I couldn't get pregnant. I'm 34 now. I had I did one round of IUI, which failed. IVF was out of the question because it's so expensive. Um, so I was like, okay, at 24, I got diagnosed with adenomyosis. So I already have PCOS and endometriosis.
Mhm.
So now add on adenomyosis, which for me caused chronic pelvic pain.
Yes.
Um, so anything over the counter like Tylenol, ibuprofen would not do anything for my pain. Um, so I lived with that pain for 7 years.
Wow.
So I finally told my husband, you know what, I'm just gonna do the hysterectomy because like I just can't live like this. They put me
Yeah.
on pain medication, and it was oxy, which is very strong. Um,
Yes.
but that was the only thing that would take my pain away.
Wow.
So I was like, I don't want to be drinking that anymore. Like, and then I don't know how your video just popped up on my feed, and I didn't even take it to get pregnant anymore because I was like, I just don't want to be in pain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try the tea, um, to help me with the pain. And so I ordered it, and I also ordered castor oil because I read
Mm-hmm.
that helped. So I was like, let me try something natural. I started drinking the tea, but I had still told him, I think I ordered in October. So end of October, beginning of November, I was like, I'm just gonna get the hysterectomy already. Like I didn't get pregnant. Like I'm just gonna have to adopt. Like it's fine. Like I had already like processed it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay. And then I was like, at the beginning of the year, like I'll get the surgery. And then in January was when I found out I was pregnant.
Look
So
at that. Look at that. By the grace of God,
yeah,
seriously, to be so young and to even consider hysterectomy, that is a big deal. That is a big decision. And
yeah.
the fact that your doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with you and give you something that'll take that pain away without having to give you Oxycontin, that's a really strong medication. Um,
Yeah.
that's really unbelievable. I every time I read your story, because I take screenshots of you comment, you always engage, you always include me on videos for with women that need help, and so I always take screenshots of your comments because I'm always amazed of how much you had going on, and you were able to get pregnant, which is really incredible. And now you have another pregnancy, you have another baby, which lets me know that your womb is really healthy and that you're doing really well.
Yeah.
Did you continue drinking the tea after giving birth?
I didn't at first. I gave it to one of my friends. So I was like,
Okay.
you know what? I had ordered another tea, and I opened it when I found I was pregnant. So I had to
This is where the interview gets a little choppy. We disconnected and then reconnected again. And I think it works out. Continue listening. So the last little bit that I heard was, so you had it in October, you had your baby in January, or that January was when you found out that you were
yes.
pregnant. So you only had the tea for a couple months. You didn't even have it for that long.
No.
And then you bought another bag after giving birth, but you ended up giving it to your friend.
So I bought it before I found out I was pregnant. So I was gonna continue
Oh,
drinking the
okay.
tea. And then I found
Yeah.
out I was pregnant. So then I gave it to one of my friends. Um, and then, like I said, I always recommend your tea. And on top of that, I am not a tea drinker at all. I hate hot teas, but it's actually really good. Like it's not horrible. Like the
You know,
taste is good.
thank you for
So
saying that, because a lot of women ask me, they're like, oh, is it going to taste gross? Does it taste bitter? I'm like, it tastes really smooth. And, I love tea, but I know women who want to do something naturally, they're not used to drinking tea. So we try to really make it a nice, relaxing blend where it doesn't feel like you're forcing yourself to do something that's healthy for you. Instead, you're kind of introducing it into your routine just to add some support.
yeah,
So you enjoy the tea. You thought it was smooth.
yes, it was really good. Hmm.
Good, good, good. And so, how's your friend doing? Like, is she doing well with the tea? Have you heard any kind of update?
She actually did not drink it because
Okay.
she started having other issues like thyroid problems and stuff. And so
Okay.
she didn't want to do anything else
Yeah.
different until she heard back from the doctors. Um
Yeah.
but I mean I recommended it to my cousin a few days ago, so hopefully she said in January she's going to start trying. Um But I
Okay.
always like I am 100% about your tea. I always tell everybody about your tea. I even thought about doing a video, but I'm like, okay, I'm not a TikToker. I don't want to do a video. So just if I see that it pops up, I'll just comment and tag you.
Thank you so much. No, I really appreciate the tags. And I've been able to talk to a few ladies who were interested just on the tagging. So I really appreciate that. And it's so meaningful when it's coming from someone who's actually drank the tea, who actually saw results. Because when you have challenges like you did, painful periods, and this is not the first time I've heard because of the depot shots. It really took havoc on like the hormones and the period changes, and so, yes, a lot of it has to do because of the shots. But the fact that we were able to reverse that just by drinking tea. So you only did the castor oil and you only did the tea. You didn't do anything else, did you?
No.
That is wonderful. So you had a lot of inflammation in your womb because of the adenomyosis. Then you had irregular menstrual cycles with the PCOS, and then you only had it for a couple months, and then you were able to get pregnant. That's amazing. How's after you gave birth? Was your period okay? Did any of the pain return?
It did, but not as much. Because I
Okay.
had pain where I would like not even want to get out of bed. I feel like I was able to control it more with Tylenol and ibuprofen as opposed to being
Mm-hmm.
on the oxy. Um,
Yeah.
so it did return, but not as bad as I had it before.
Wow, that is incredible. What did your doctor say when you found out you were pregnant? Did your doctor say anything?
He had asked me if I had gone to do IVF, and I was like, no, because he did recommend somebody. And I was like, no, I was like, I just drink this tea and I did the castor oil. And he was like, wow. And I was like, yeah, because I really like my doctor. And so I always saw him for like all the fertility issues. And then, um, he would always remember me too, because I remember I would cry leaving his office because for years they told me they were gonna have to do a hysterectomy and that I
Oh
wasn't gonna
my
be able to
God.
have kids. And so then after I had my daughter, he was like, "Oh, are you gonna try to have another one?" And I was like, "What do you mean I can have another one?" I was like, "I thought it was one
Right.
and done." And he was like, "I don't see why not. Like, I did not have a complicated pregnancy at all. I didn't need to be induced. Nothing. Like, I had a very good pregnancy, and a very good labor for being a first timer. Um,
That's
so,
incredible.
mm,
Mm. Wow, that is just incredible. What an amazing news. And then so how many months are you now?
right now I'm 7. I'm 30 weeks.
No way. That is amazing. Congratulations. I am just so thrilled with your story. I'm always amazed at how much this tea can do for so many of us. I struggled with PCOS where I didn't have a period at all. It would skip and it would skip for a couple months. And I was told that I wouldn't have any children. And so this is how this tea came into my life. And then ever since then, I, you know, I wouldn't talk about it until later on. One of my friends asked me because she was struggling after COVID. She got the shot, and she's like her hormones were just havoc. They were all over the place, and but she also said that she didn't feel fresh down there. She's like for some reason she's just like something's going on down there. I don't feel really good. Do you recommend anything? And I told her I was like, hey, you should try this tea. It really helps. It'll help like if there's anything lingering around, anything, any kind of blockages in your body, it'll remove it. And ever since then, she's like, her UTIs cleared up. She's like, ever since she got the shot, it really messed up with her hormones. And she's like, ever since she drank the tea, everything restored balance, and she's fine now. She's like, she only had to drink it just about about 3 months, and everything cleared up for her.
Yeah, that's amazing. I would drink like normal tea, like chamomile tea, but I don't ever think that ever did anything for me. I did notice a difference when I was drinking the tea in my period right away.
Good, 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 good. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's an amazing story. Please continue to tag us on if you see any of the videos because the feeds are so different for everyone. I'm always happy to help any woman who needs assistance. And every time we share stories of women and their testimonials about the tea, we like to send you a gift. And so I'm going to send you a gift. I know where to find you, so we're gonna continue the conversation there, and I'll let you know what we can send you, and you let me know if you want more tea, or maybe after you deliver the baby. I always recommend have a postpartum plan, and so cleansing is a really good way to make sure that everything stays in balance and that everything clears up, and whatever needs to be removed will be removed along with you. You know how when you have your baby, everything's being released. So it'll help just release everything so you can be nice and healthy and your womb can be healthy.
Well, that's
It,
nice. Thank you so much.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I am so grateful. Is there anything that you want to share with anyone? If there's women who are struggling, women who sometimes feel like you where not many choices are being given, and they're deciding whether to have a hysterectomy, whether to do IVF, which is really expensive. Do you have any recommendations for them? Any tips?
I know it sounds so cliche because to me, I would have been like, yeah, it's easy to say, but don't give up because I feel like I had already been up. I was already there. It was years of chronic pain, and I was like, no, this is probably my life now. Like I'm just not gonna get to be a mom, and I did get to be a mom, and I feel like that has to be because of you, because nothing I did would count different. And so I'm very grateful for you, for your team, and I would just tell them not to give up and to make sure to advocate for themselves.
Yes, and I'm the same. I tell women, don't give up, have a lot of faith, stick with adding something else, doing healthy things to help you restore balance and to bring that balance back. But I'm really glad that the tea worked so quickly for you and that now you're expecting your second baby. Please keep us posted, and I'll be communicating with you through TikTok and asking you what kind of gift you would like. So I'm really excited to be able to send you some goodies for you to enjoy right now while you're pregnant, and that'll help you too.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. You'll definitely keep me posted. I'll be doing my maternity pictures soon, so you'll get to see those.
Okay, good, good, good. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy your day, and I hope you get some good rest and get to pick up your feet and relax.
Thank you so much.
You too. Thank you. God bless. Bye.